Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Dr. Yusra Al-Mukhtar. I'm an aesthetic medical practitioner based in the United Kingdom. I have 3 clinics, one in London, one in Liverpool, and one in Manchester. My background is in dental and oral surgery, and I now focus full-time on non-surgical facial and body rejuvenation. On today's video, I'm going to be talking about celebrity transformations and what we can learn from them, what works well, what doesn't work so well, and what we can do to subtly, beautifully age well. So I'm going to caveat with this video that my pet hate is when people, doctors, practitioners all around the world take celebrity faces, scrutinize them, hypothesize on what they may or may not have had done, analyze them, psychoanalyze them, and it's so highly inappropriate. Celebrities are just like you and me. They have a right to medical privacy, and we have got to think about how it must feel for celebrities, or any human being indeed, to come online or look on the papers and see that their face has been scrutinized, analyzed, and people are guessing about what they may or may not have had done. Frankly, it's none of our business. So we need to be really mindful of that, and I think it's highly unethical to be assuming and breaking people down online just to grow a platform. Now, on that note, and with that in mind, what I will say is some celebrities have used their autonomy, their choice, their prerogative to openly share that they have or haven't had treatments done, whether that's having surgical facelifts or discussing that they've had breast augmentation or sharing that they've had fillers in the past or their filler dissolving journeys. And to them, I say congratulations and thank you for your honesty and your transparency, because it does help people to have realistic expectations about what can be achieved non-surgically and surgically. And an example is Kris Jenner, who commented openly that she had a surgical facelift and she looks phenomenal. So did Kylie Jenner, who spoke about the fact that she had breast augmentation. She responded to one of her followers online on TikTok, explaining to them who her surgeon was and also sharing the type of breast augmentation she had and also the size of augmentation she had. So that's great, because that helps people to understand, again, what can be achieved and also manage their expectations about costs involved. For example, Kris Jenner's surgeon was Dr. Stephen Levine, a great surgeon in the United States, and his surgical facelifts start from about $175,000. So if you have the money for it and that's the type of result that you want, then go for it. Now you know what can be achieved using a knife. Similarly, there are celebrities who have shared that they have had fillers that they're happy with or have had fillers and went a little bit too far in that process, like Courteney, who is absolutely stunning, but she actually shared that she felt she had had too much done and she started to feel that she looked a little bit puffy and went through a dissolving journey and feels better for it. So again, to them, thank you. And there are lessons that we can learn from these individuals who have openly shared their stories. What can you do if you start to notice facial changing, be that surgically or non-surgically? One of the things that you can do if you start to notice volume loss in the mid-face is volume restoration or volume replacement. Well, you can go for a surgical treatment called a fat transfer, where fat is taken out of the body, the abdomen usually, and injected into the mid-face to replace the lost volume and give back those apples to the cheek. It's a great treatment, but again, it's a surgical treatment that has surgical risks involved and surgical costs, but it's a treatment that works for many people. A non-surgical alternative would be augmentation using dermal filler that comes in a large G' or large density, is injected deep on bone. The deep tissues are where we are losing volume. That's the bone, that's the deep fat pads. And these dermal fillers are long lasting and can replace the lost volume in the mid-face, giving back the apple to the cheek. It's also an affordable treatment, and they've been around for over 25 years, so we know that they're safe. But of course, not all dermal fillers are made the same, so make sure that you are going to a practitioner who is artistic, who is ethical, and who will only source the best, safest products. Number 2, if you're starting to notice jowls or laxity in the lower face, what can you do about it? Well, you can have a surgical facelift to help lift, and this can be either a suspension facelift where they take the skin and this mass and suspend it, or a deep plane facelift which goes deeper and repositions the tissues. Either way, these treatments will likely yield substantial, significant transformations, but you might not want to go under the knife. So an alternative might be Endolift, which is an invasive laser that goes underneath the skin and can actually melt or emulsify excess fat, which is wonderful for those who have excess fat in the jowls or heaviness in the lower face, and that can help to give you back the jawline. You can combine that with Sculptra or with Radiance to give you back definition to the jawline. I personally prefer to stay away from hyaluronic acid gel or dermal fillers in the jawline because I think that they become puffy over time. Hyaluronic acid is a sugar molecule that sucks in water. If you're placing something that sucks in water, then that can end up causing puffiness in the lower face. So my go-to for the lower face is usually a combination of Radiance and Endolift. Now, what happens if you start to see laxity in your neck or you start to get tethering on your neck? Well, again, you can have a surgical neck lift and they work wonderfully. And Kris Jenner has shared openly that she had one and she looks great. So that's a valid option if that's what you want to have done. If you don't want to have a surgical intervention, then non-surgical treatments that might help are skin boosters that can help to restore the lost volume in the area. Again, biostimulators like Sculptra or Hyperdilute Radiance, which have got multiple clinical papers showing that they work by stimulating collagen production. And in fact, Sculptra can stimulate collagen production up to 66% after 3 months. They're quite long lasting as well. You get 2 years out of them. So it's a great option for someone who wants to improve the appearance of the neck. Then don't forget to use good quality skincare, whether or not you're having a surgical facelift or a surgical neck lift, because surgery pulls the muscle layer, but they're never going to work on the skin. So it's very important that you're looking after your canvas, the skin at the same time. Another treatment that I love to do in the neck is laser resurfacing. And you can do a non-ablative laser, like a fractional erbium glass laser. This sends heat to the skin, stimulating dermal remodeling without actually burning the upper layer of the skin. The neck skin is very thin, so it can't tolerate deep lasers in the same way that the face can. And then another fantastic treatment is BBL, which is broadband light. This can help to lift age spots, pigmentation, discoloration to the tissues. It's a great treatment to have done. Now, what about what celebrities are having done to their face? Now, there are some celebrities who say that they only ever put olive oil on the face. And I'm going to caveat that I don't quite buy that, but it's their prerogative to say so. My thoughts are that many celebrities are investing in their skin. Like you would invest in MOTing your car, you do need to maintain and MOT your skin. So how do you do that? Well, protection before anything else, and prevention is always better than cure. So you must be protecting your skin from the chronic ionizing radiation from the sun. The radiation that comes from the sun is radiation. It will damage the cells that are sitting in your skin and can stimulate pathological changes like skin cancer, hyperpigmentation like age spots or sunspots. And then you end up with blotchy, uneven skin. And there have been clinical papers proving that pigmentation of the skin is actually one of the most aging things to happen to the skin. So you want to prevent that by wearing a broad spectrum sunscreen every single day. But what happens if you already have sunspots, you already have age spots and pigmentation? What can you do about it? Well, there are prescription grade skincare that can help reverse that. And I've done a whole podcast and video on retinol, retinoic acid, tretinoin, one of the ingredients clinically proven to reverse pigmentation. And I'm going to link that here. I've also done a podcast and video on hyperpigmentation in general. So there are 2 main ingredients that again are the gold standard for the reversal of hyperpigmentation. That is hydroquinone, a prescription tyrosinase inhibitor. It's a cream you can use with tretinoin. The combination helps to regenerate skin that is free from pigmentation. Of course, you can have device-led treatments as well, or skin peels. The Dermamiland skin peel is an incredible skin peel aimed at treating hyperpigmentation. And then there's BBL, or broad spectrum or broadband light. This is like an IPL that helps to lift hyperpigmentation. It can be used in the face, it can be used in the neck, it can be used in the décolletage, it can be used on the body, and it lifts all of that pigmentation, giving clear, even toned skin. Now, what about luminosity, radiance, skin glow that all these celebrities have? Well, my friends, they are like you and me. And so, yes, some of them might just be genetically blessed, but I think many of them do invest in their skin. So what can you do if you want to improve the luminosity to your skin? Well, one of the people that has been very open about her collaboration with HydraFacial was JLo. She actually has made boosters with HydraFacial. HydraFacial is a fantastic resurfacing skin treatment that you can have once a month to replenish and regenerate and rejuvenate and resurface the skin. This uses a vortex technology to deep cleanse the skin, a bespoke custom skin peel, LED light therapy, and some boosters to increase hydration of the skin. That gives you that beautiful glow. Then there have been celebrities that have been open about their treatments with, for example, PRP. Kim Kardashian has shared her journey with having a treatment which is called PRP, or the vampire facial. This is where your blood is taken, put through a centrifuge to be separated. You get platelet folate-rich plasma, which when injected into the tissues, stimulates fibroblasts, T cells that make new collagen. And of course, you can have things like polynucleotides, hyaluronic acid-based skin boosters, Profilo. There are a range of different injectables that can give you back that glow. But it really is a matter of rejuvenating, regenerating, stimulating your skin, and sticking to daily skincare. Now, the things that I would say to my patients that they can use on a daily basis is a liquid exfoliant. That might be glycolic acid, it might be a azelaic acid, it might be lactic acid, it might be a polyhydroxy acid. So that's something that is very, very gentle on the skin, like lactobionic acid. Which one you use depends on your skin type. That's where you need to see a professional that can help to choose the right ingredient for you. And then I would say to anyone who wasn't pregnant or breastfeeding or planning on babies, retinoids really are your best friends. They have been clinically proven to stimulate collagen production and reverse aging. That's how you get that beautiful plump skin for longer. And I think it's really important that we take the lessons that we've seen from the celebrities that we've seen who've openly shared their journeys, be that good journeys or journeys that they weren't so happy with, and recognize that no two faces are the same. Every single human being is different. What they want is different, the clinical outcome that they want, and also budgets are different. So there are solutions out there for you. Remember not to be trend chasers. Don't be chasing what a celebrity says that they may have had done or may not have had done. Don't assume what they've had done and jump on the next thing, and actually follow the facts. Choose a practitioner that's going to be ethical, honest, advise you on what's best for you, and understand that there are several options out there. It might be a needle or it might be a knife, and that really is down to you. I hope this video helps. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.